Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. This is Game of Thrones Season 8 preview cast. We're finally here. We're finally doing it. And this is going to be our character Ketchup. And in the words of our wonderful Corey Mitchell, he says his Season 8 prediction is the Night King will, with the army of the dead, finally cross the wall and confronted by Sir Ketchup of House 20 Good Condiments. In its flank of House McDonald's, Night King decides that Ketchup is too tasty to confront in battle. Then Sir Ketchup returns to King's Landing where they'll hold a council to the crown, the one true Burger King. But no, basically what the character Ketchup thing means is Joe and I, we're slackers. Let's not deny it. Sometimes Joe and I can be major slackers. And in the off season, we didn't cover the show as much as we wanted to. So what we're doing tonight is we're catching up on all the characters that we missed. And really, you guys are helping us out because we're way behind. We don't know what the hell's going on. We're way behind Game of Thrones stuff. Our head's been in the sand. We're catching up here with you guys, the live motherfucking chat and all the commenters and stuff. We're going to go through a list of 17 Game of Thrones characters that are still alive in the story. There actually exists a podcast about Cersei specifically and one about Euron that's very short, I believe. But this will be doing 17 characters. We'll be asking simple questions. This might be a little simple around the edges for those people used to lots of deep diving in Game of Thrones. We're going to be exploring things like, did we like the character when they were first introduced? Do we remember this person? It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm not alone. I have with me, stretching out, waking up, the wonderful Joe Dirty Locks. How's it going, Joe?
It was good. How you doing?
I'm doing really wonderful. I'm excited to be talking about some Game of Thrones. We got the first teaser trailer thing, or whatever you want to call that we got. I showed it to Joe before we started here tonight. We'll talk a little bit about that too, and we'll be taking any questions or comments you guys have about Game of Thrones coming up in Season 8, as we're finally going to start getting probably a real trailer pretty soon after the first of the year and some images and stuff. Are you excited? Are you hyped for the final season of Game of Thrones, Joe?
See, it's hard to be psyched or excited for the ending of something you love.
Yeah, it's true.
So I want to say no, but yes, yes, but no.
Yes, but no, no, but yes. People in the live chat are really happy to see.
Does that make sense?
It's been a long time since we've had Joe on the podcast here, and everyone in the live chat is reacting to that. Let's see who we get in the live motherfucking chat tonight. We got Killmonger, who loves ketchup, 1-800 to Drew. We got Johnny, who says ketchup is the sum of all evil today. Wow, ketchup. Anyone else miss the Ollie hate? There doesn't need to be a death of Ollie hate. We can keep doing Ollie hate here. We'll allow it. Peter Griffin, giggity, Hendrix Anderson, let's go. Can't wait. Killmonger, yeah, we all want to kill Ollie. We got Felicia in the live motherfucking chat. We got IC Fury. We got Hendrix again. We got Paul Q, Drunk Phil, Christmas Karaoke, and it might be coming. Never can tell. We got Lindsay, who's excited to see Joe. We got Tom. We got Casey Atheist. We got Killmark. We got all our good friends in the live fucking chat. But Joe, yeah, this is the first time we've had you in setting up in the new studio. Because of a couple of life situations and weird scheduling issues, we haven't had you for any Vikings casts yet. So we want to make sure we get Joe out here at least every other Sunday leading up to Game of Thrones to get some content and obviously get Katie on here too at some point soon. And I am drinking tonight, and I'm drinking this beer right here, the King of the North by Ommegang. It's the new Game of Thrones beer. It's 11% alcohol, so I'm going to be getting drunk rather fast.
That's the Night's King beer, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Felicia says death to Lyanna Mormont. Holy shit. Okay, so this could be a fun night. This could be a fun night. Joe's already.
Send her off to Essos.
Off to the races. Okay, so what we're gonna do here today is again go through all these characters. We got 17 of them, so we're not gonna waste much time. But if you guys in the live chat want to point us in any direction, obviously the people that are following all the Game of Thrones content, some people that might be checking out this video, probably know more about where these characters are going or information because of leaks or because of whatever. We're not looking for leaks. We're not looking for spoilers. This is just a lot of what if Miss Cleo bullshit and talking about the characters, being refamiliarizing ourselves.
What we know of them to date.
And
what we can remember. Okay. Phil asked me the other day, he goes, we're going to do this. I said, yeah, we've been waiting to do it. We've been talking about these character fucking things for what, like a couple of years now.
Yeah, we've been how long has it been since Game of Thrones aired? I think we spun the wheel like a couple of weeks after the season ended. We're gonna do individual, because Joe and I have a little bit of trouble not doing stuff when there isn't something coming. We like a lot of shows. We like talking about a lot of bullshit and a lot of crap. So that's a technical term. So when Game of Thrones isn't right there in front of us, it's tough to come out here without more information and go over it over and over again. Now that we know the season's coming, we're both very excited and we want to kind of get ourselves back into the shape. I had a little bit of a thing in the middle with the Con of Thrones, which was really awesome, going to see and talk and babble about Game of Thrones with a lot of people, and I get the benefit of other Game of Thrones creators inviting me on their things that talk about Game of Thrones.
But not me.
But not Joe. Yeah, they don't invite Joe on.
And I don't look up anything. I don't read anything. I see headlines go by that are like, oh, Kit Harington on the set said or did or whatever to someone, and so says about their character. I don't read any of that shit. And when Phil asked me the other day, do you want to know the character list? I was like, no, man, fucking surprise me. I want to find out what I remember.
Right, exactly.
If I had let you tell me, I would have been at home. I would have been like, all right, I got to fucking look up Jamie. I got to look up fucking Olenna, and fucking Tyrion, Tywin, Testicle, and fucking every other fucking.
That's a lot of tea. That's a lot of tea, Joe.
And there's a lot of tea bags.
And that's a lot.
I can't get them all into one cup.
Yeah. And Tom's with you. A lot of teas, many teas, one cup. Hated Joffrey more than Ramsay. What's up, fam? Team Cersei in the house. How do we blow? Oh, Felicia is angrily screaming about the football ball game earlier today. They never invite Joe, says fandom.
Dude, it's that and weddings. I'm never invited to either.
Yeah.
Like Phil's was like one of the few, one of the one. I guess.
No, we can have this. We can explore this conversation more. I've been to other weddings with you. There was this wedding that I was with Joe where
your cousin's wedding.
No, I was specifically talking about one where I sat on, I believe it was a light bulb and got glass glass in my ass, and Joe drunkly removed pieces of glass from my
I got pulled over for drunk driving. I got knocked on by the Domino's driver.
Yep, I remember that. That was a fun night.
Passed all my sobriety tests and then ran into him in the Dunkin' Donuts 5 minutes later after the cop told me who it was.
Let's go. They're intimidated by Joe. He'll annihilate them with their logic, says Blue Steel. Guy, Danny is the one with the dragons. It's been a very good girl not taking a peek at spoilers. I want to be surprised. Okay, so that's where it comes here. I don't want to talk too much about this because I
like the way Blue Steel thinks.
I'm all for this stuff because last season I was a bad boy, and I looked at everything I possibly could.
You were all about it. Watched
I was all about it. So
every leaked episode. You were like, I watched them as soon as it came out.
I was okay. Leaked episodes.
I paid a guy in China 30 cents to fucking download that shit for me.
It was worth every second. But this final season, I want to be as surprised as possible. That being said, if someone delivered me all the episodes completed or even rough cut edits of them, I would watch them. I don't want to read it like I did last season. Like, I don't want to read.
I wouldn't. Nope. I ain't watching any of that shit. I ain't reading any of that shit.
Dude,
I'm waiting.
If I said I had bootleg copies of the final 6 episodes, you'd be over here right now.
No way.
Okay.
It's not something I want to be. See, the whole Daredevil experiment that we did, Phil.
Oh yes.
Right.
Punisher's coming.
Really made me analyze and evaluate the way I watch TV and binge television.
Don't watch TV shows because they're gonna get canceled.
Well, it's not that, because they got canceled on Netflix, right?
Yes,
so they're all gonna get canceled eventually. But the thing is, when I get to watch them week by week, I really get to analyze them and think about them a lot more.
Yeah.
When I binge a series like we didn't do with Daredevil, there's no thought about what went into the episode itself. Like, you'll binge 4 or 5 episodes. It's more of a season-long thought. It becomes a real long fucking movie at that point, where there is no breakup of the individual episodes. The character development is a season development, not episode after episode, getting to see how the character develops and think about it and process their feelings,
Very true,
and your feelings about the episode over time.
No, and I agree with you to a certain extent. I think certain shows do air better and view better as binge, but if you really want to get all the texture and all the feel of a show's, and I think it's better when it's a lighthearted show or something that works off your what's next kind of feeling. But
right, if you're watching half-hour sitcom like a F is for Family or a BoJack Horseman,
or
fucking binge through that whole fucking season,
right?
You
Or
know,
even TBS shows like a show like Wrecked or something. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Right. Yes, I love it.
I want to watch. I'm just binging it for the first time. It's awesome.
I don't need to watch that week by week.
I would never watch it. I would never watch that week to week. Big Kev in the live chat with a super chat donation. What's up, Phil and Joe? Miss you guys. My question is, how do you think the Night King will die, or will he die? So that's a good starting point, Joe. That's an easy question.
Is he already dead?
Yeah, good answer from Joe. Spin of the wheel for Big Kev. Big answer, Big Kev's answer it with logic. Oh,
you answer me that, and then I'll tell you if he dies or doesn't die. But I don't even know if he's already dead or not yet. So he could be undead. Could be, I don't know, mostly dead. Living dead.
That means partially alive. Big Kev, you got Phil
Not quite dead yet.
Phil Drunk. We got Milt in the live chat. We got the Westerosi Ninja in the live motherfucking chat. We got all of our good friends. A lot of book readers tend to dislike her more than show watchers. What do we got going on in the live motherfucking chat? We got Steph Snow in there. Bloody Talker, the White Walkers are pissed that Bran built the wall and made them pay for it. Cynthia Lindsay says, I still stand by my prediction is that Dany is the red herring when it comes to the Iron Throne. I think Jon will take the throne and be the last one standing. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's not waste any more flipping fucking time and get into these characters. And of course, we're going to be taking questions along the way. If you guys want to call in and leave a voicemail right now, or maybe call in depending if we hear your call, and in the show, you can do that at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. That number is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm not going to break the wheel. I have to spin it. I'm part of the fucking wheel. So our first character we're going to start out with here was one I was actually excited to.
Wait. Did you tell the audience? You haven't told the audience yet that they, for each of the 17 characters, everyone watching has to pony up $1 in that chat at the start of each character if they want the information that we're going to bestow upon them.
Joe,
it's like those football call-in shows where you get the week's picks.
Joe,
you get the information that you crave and that you need when you pony up $1. Everybody in that chat does it.
Should we turn it into like should we turn into a 900 phone number here? What not?
Gotta shill the program, Phil. I'm going to shill.
Joe's are going to be our official shill when Game of Thrones season starts.
Get that wheel spinning. Get these bottles drank, people.
Oh, here we go. So our first character, Joe, is Brienne of Tarth. Do you remember Brienne of Tarth?
Who?
Brienne of Tarth.
Oh, the what is she like? She's like the Emerald Beauty or some shit.
Right. Let's cut through the. Okay, when Brienne was
Brienne the Beauty
here.
Isn't she like she's like super rich? She's from the Emerald Isles,
right? She's Jaime Lannister's girlfriend.
Is that what it is? Is she from the Emerald Isles?
Right, she is. She's rich. She's
wicked rich. She's beautiful.
Yep. We got to play the Miss Cleo. My Miss Cleo says, call 1-900, talk some Phil. You pay to play. People. Steph says, yeah, we got to get some pay to play going on. Okay, so Brienne of Tarth. First of all, Joe, you remember when her character was first introduced, being fighting for Renly, going on Renly's side.
Brienne the Bear.
Are you a fan of the character of Brienne of Tarth?
I am a fucking huge fan of Brienne of Tarth, both book Brienne, which we're not going to talk about books.
Not tonight. You can mention it. I don't care.
I am a big fan of Brienne of Tarth, man. That dude. Yes. Oh, to be Sir Payne.
Oh,
Sir Roderick Payne.
Big Kev, his wiener is dead. You had Crestor's pack. Big Kev, another super chat.
Hey, Big Kev. Woo-hoo.
Captain Phasma, Westerosi Ninjas took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks of what people really care about, Joe. Like, people don't care about where Brienne's gonna go. We could talk a little bit about when she was.
I do.
Okay, but really, let's get into it. Who is she gonna end up with, dude? Is it gonna be Tormund or is it gonna be Jaime?
Brienne of Tarth was seen down in the beaches of Dorne
Yeah,
some.
Do we have Westerosi?
We find out later.
Yeah. Do we have the Westerosi ninja? Do we have Westerosi paparazzi in the live chat too? Here I am. I'm taking pictures right across from the wall. Tormund has escaped. He has escaped from the White Walkers, and he is heading towards down south. And he is going to have himself some Captain Phasma. It's going to be an explosion. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be wonderful. So the real question: do you think who do you think gets a chance with Brienne? No, I think if anybody, I think the Tormund thing is just to actually address this. I think the Tormund thing is fun. It's interesting to look at. It's fun to play with. But I think Jaime and her are gonna have a moment now, since Jaime has left. Since Joe's favorite character in the world, Jaime Lannister, has left the clutches of Cersei and walked off alone into the north. He is going to meet up with Brienne. Brienne's going to be so proud of Sir Jaime for what he's did. She's going to let.
No way, he's not even going to get there. The Northerners are going to fucking cut him up and deliver.
We'll get to Jaime. Jaime's on here somewhere. I think Jaime's. No.
Brienne of Tarth is not going to get with Tormund. Here's the thing: the books and if we're talking about the show, there's a good chance she does get with Tormund, right? Why not? Give Tormund a win, or maybe like, he dies in her arms or some shit. I don't know. I could see them doing that.
I'm dying in your arms tonight. Sorry.
I could see them doing that, because as much as like it kind of gets muddled as to how she feels about Jaime and Jaime feels about her, novel wise, it's still up in the air. That's an open thing. I don't think it's necessarily going to change anything too drastically to have her end up with anybody particular. But I don't really see the need for her to end up with anybody at all. Fuck that. Why do we need that kind of I'm fucking shit involved? Man, send that bitch out onto the battlefield. Have her hack up 30 or 40 people. And get stabbed in the fucking face. Go Brienne!
I don't think so either. I just got you to talk about like the the love affair for almost 3 minutes there. I got you to
about anything.
Talk about who you were shipping. I did. No, I totally
I went full gossip channel with you, Phil.
I know. We did it. We could do
gossip. You needed a conversation.
We did. I needed a Gossip Girl podcast, but no one wants to do it with me. So do you think that the fight that we saw between Arya and Brienne is anything foreshadowing them fighting together out there? Will we see them fighting together, fighting each other at any point in time in the future?
Fighting each other? No, I don't think that doesn't make much sense to me. Fighting out on the field together makes a little more sense, but I don't see Arya, like, she ain't fucking charging into battle. That's what Brienne wants to be. I don't know. Maybe they get into like a tavern fight together and stab a few fucking rogues in the fucking dicks. I don't know.
Will we get Brienne and the Hound Part 2? No, I don't think so. The Hound's gonna be busy beating up his brother.
We need the fight that was promised.
Oh no,
the fight that was promised.
We'll get to that in a second, Joe. We'll get to that in a second. Okay,
but I don't know. The Hound got that. Brienne fucking gave the Hound his shit. So fuck that. What, the Hound in the mountain? What? Come on, he ain't the fucking champ. Who's the champ? Who's the champ? Who's the champ? Say it. Who's the champ?
Jaime Lannister.
Oh, that bitch that walked away. Big Brienne of Tarth, the bear.
Oh, she is.
The beauty.
She is the
From
beauty.
The Emerald fucking Isles. Let's see the mountain and Brienne get it on. Fuck the sibling rivalry bullshit. We want a sibling rivalry? We got it. We got Jaime and Cersei.
Who will Sam give Heartsbane to? That's a good question by Hannibal. Because he's not going to be using it for himself, and Jon already has a sword. Maybe to Jorah. He could possibly give it to Jorah, considering Jorah will be fighting in that situation and need a sword. Like,
what's the history of Heartsbane?
Heartsbane, it's.
I know whose it is. I know it's the Tarlys' ancestral sword, right? Or was it given to them by someone? What is the story behind Heartsbane? Why is it named Heartsbane? And that might give us a clue as to whose hand it ends up in as far as character-wise.
Here we go, Joe.
Who wielded it in the past?
Heartsbane Heartsbane is the ancestral Valyrian sword of House Tarly. The Tarlys have held the blade for 500 years, and it usually displayed proudly on the mantle of Hornhill. The hilt is the shape of a bow and arrow, with the pommel-fashioned arrow fletching, the cross guard forming the limbs and bow. They reflect the House Tarly sigil. Blah, blah, blah. The history. During the reign of Aenys Targaryen, Savage Sam Tarly, and Lord of Hornhill, when Dornish Vulture King rebelled against King Aerys, Sam led a royalist force in the Vulture Hunt to defeat him. He wielded Heartsbane. So do you know who's going to wield Heartsbane? Sam is going to. Savage Sam is coming back. 2 centuries later in Robert's Rebellion, Lord Randall Tarly led the vanguard, and that's all. It skips ahead, and this is going from Game of Thrones .wiki. That is what that's from. Okay, so let's continue here. So does Brienne end up dead or alive at the end of all this, Joe?
Dead.
I think so too. I tend to think it's closer to what you what you were saying. I'm gonna say dead.
I'm gonna say alive, and White Cloak of the Kingsguard.
And Guy says it was used to kill the Vulture King
or the Queensguard.
You think she's gonna be in the Queensguard eventually?
Not in. No. I said the White Cloak. The Lord Commander of the Kingsguard.
She's gonna be Barristan the Bold.
Barristan the Brienne.
Barristan the Brienne. Sam the Sexy. Tyrion's gonna hide somewhere.
Yeah.
I was just about to type all of that in the chat, but Phil beat me to it. Thank you, Guy, for that information too. It was used to kill the Vulture King in Dorne. So Samwell Tarly Defense Squad right here. Oh, we get to Sam. We're gonna get to Sam. Sam is I believe on our list. He's coming up soon. So anything else? I mean, we'll get to Sam soon. We're touching upon very, very generally all these characters. If anyone has any questions about the characters after we skip after them, feel free to re-mention characters. No rules in the chat here. Throw it all out. We're
already talking about the Bane, then why don't we just get right into Sammy?
Well, okay. Next on the list, Sam's number 6 on our list if we're going to go in order, but just so I can easily cross them off. But okay, let's go to Sam and I also added Gilly in this situation too. What do you think? Sam's one
Gilly,
of your.
I don't care. It doesn't matter who gives a shit.
Hey,
the kid. I don't know. The kid's gonna live. Maybe get turned into one of those little fucking ice babies.
Sam's been one of your favorite characters pretty much through the whole entire story.
He is so underrated and underwrote and underdeveloped as far as his character goes between the books and the show. He is a straight up fucking nervous hero. You can't call him a coward because when it comes down to it, when it comes time, this fucker steps up and does what needs to be done every time. But he's scared and he's nervous, but he is no craven. This motherfucker is every bit as fucking brave as the rest of them.
Peter,
and it shows time and time again in the books, and they kind of really just remove so much of that heart from him in the show.
Peter says Sam broke his vows and got rewarded with debt-free college. And again, we don't spend tons of time on this, but it's worth mentioning when when you feel this strongly about this, Joe, and you have since the beginning of this. You feel like the Sam on the show doesn't represent a lot of what you from book to screen for you.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if Samwell Tarly ended up being the fucking light bringer. That's how important he's been to the whole fucking story, like in a lot of ways. So
do you think Sam survives all of this? I do.
Yes, I do. I think he becomes Meister of the Citadel.
See, I think I slightly disagree with you to a certain extent. I agree with you that Sam's story is much richer, and I love all of his time and how much it's explored with Aemon and his travels with Aemon. I love all of that so much, and I feel like that gets robbed a little bit in the show. But I really do like, especially in the later half, the actor's performance of the character. I think he kind of embodies who Sam is to me, at least in this performance, even though maybe he's underwritten at times. But I think I generally I really do like the actor.
The actor does a great job with him.
Killmonger says Gilly shouldn't get any screen time in those 6 episodes. Okay, so there's not much. I mean, there's a lot we could talk about with. Okay, when Sam has the information of Jon's true parenthood, he's talked to Bran at the end of the last season. Is he the one to tell Jon about who his parentage is, or is Bran going to tell Jon that information? I tend to think it's going to be Sam.
Bran, but Sam brings the evidence.
Yeah, Sam has the book. So you think it's going to be an intervention between the two of them?
No, I think one will happen, and then when Sam shows up, he'll be like, "Look what I found," and Jon will be like, "I already knew, but I didn't know how to tell anybody because I had no proof."
Is that your Jon Snow?
That's my Snow.
Oh, I like it. It's really good. Jorah owes Sam one. He may sacrifice himself at some point. Sam is the man in the books. He has the only one who kills another in the books. In the show, everyone and their mother gets to kill a White Walker. Killmonger says Bran is going to tell Jon. It probably will be Bran, but I could also see it a very simple conversation with Sam as well. Sam's good, but I think I agree with what Joe said. Bran will tell him, and then Sam will walk up to him. Did you talk to Bran? I gave him the information about who your parents are. I guess you're a Targaryen. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I wonder if it means you're gonna get a dragon now.
You get 2 dragons.
Oh! If we kill the queen, you'll get a couple of dragons.
Did you spin for Big Kev?
I did. I spun
twice now.
I owe Big Kev 2 spins. Here we go. Everyone hit that like button. Thank you, Big Kev. Let me give a spin on the motherfucking wheel.
And look at all you people. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh,
Making
Joe,
Big
stop.
Kev be Big Kev is the only one throwing down loot right now. That's
Joe, stop it. I got drum fun for you, Kev. I owe you a drum fun, and I also know I owe you half-baked movie review that's coming at some point. Bot says, who do you guys think will kill Melisandre and Varys, since the show is foreshadowing their deaths very soon? Interesting that you mentioned that, because our next character that we're going to talk about, I mean, there's a lot. Again, we can talk about Sam. I think Sam is someone that's going to play a big part in the way this all ends up running down. I don't know exactly the points of which he's going to play, but I think he is going to end up, at least in my approximation, being working. However, I think he's going to be with Bran a lot in these final 6 episodes. I think him and Bran will end up working together and Bran will see him as a resource and say things like Gandalf says to Frodo, "It's amazing you hobbits have such amazing powers." Holy shit. Lindsay says Jon will be like, "You mean I've been banging my aunt this whole time? Oh no, gross." It will.
No, it won't. Man, that shit happens all the time.
No, it's when you find out you're a Targaryen, it will be like, okay, that's okay.
No, anywhere in that fucking continent, man, they fucking be banging each other's brothers, sisters. Look at it.
I mean,
one was set off right from the bat.
But it's frowned upon. They're made fun of because of it.
A little bit.
To a certain point.
Yeah, because they're brother and sister.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So cousins are okay, brothers and sisters are okay. What line are we drawing here, man?
I didn't draw any lines, man. My lines are fucking well separated.
No, your
family. The lines that they're drawing happen to be all over family. It's those lines drawn straight from one family member to another.
Joe,
to another,
Joe,
and to another, and then to the same one again.
Joe, I think my take on this is clear.
Let's face the facts about Jon and Daenerys.
What's that?
A love that's kind of gross. Though she's proud to call the wolf her guy, the thought of it makes me groan inside.
I hope you all feel the same way too, and don't ever keep it inside. Cause a dragon eggs may eat his wolf balls. But I just keep on laughing till I cry about this.
Boat sex, it's not what I want. Boat sex.
Okay. Phil, you think Jaime and Bran being in the same place is old shit is going to be brought up? Yes. Yes, 100%. I was going to mention this when we talk about Jaime and Bran. I think Jaime and Bran will meet again, and Bran's going to say, "Oh, hi. Last time I saw you, you threw me out a window. Oh, but you're here to help. go kill some White Walkers, bye. Or I think he's just gonna be no. But that was Bran Stark, and thank you.
No, Bran doesn't remember.
Bran
any
is
of
good.
that.
He's gonna thank Jaime, and then Joe's gonna have to eat some Katie Crow. Wait, eat crow. I mean, it's an expression. But yes, Joe. Wait, strike that, reverse it. That's not exactly what I meant. But
I can flip it upside down. Oh no.
You got a spin again on your last spin, Kev. One more spin for you, and I do owe you a drum solo. And yes, you did hear Katie in the background. So, to the people, I'll mention that a little bit later. Wow, Big Kev, you have a trumpet and a drum solo coming to you at some point, and a review of the movie Half Baked.
Do them both at the same time.
I will, and while I review Half Baked.
No, the trump solo and the drums.
I will. I'll try. I will definitely do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
blow some Trump.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else that you want to say about Sam or Gilly before we move on to the next character right now?
I don't have anything to say about Gilly, dude.
Well, she's the one that
Sam Tarly rocks.
Read the information. Okay, so will there be any? Okay, Joe, will there be any repercussions? Or will the Night King come after little Sam because he's one of the Craster's kids that got away, which should have been presented to him? Is there anything to that? I think
no,
nothing to that.
No.
And yes, 1998 champions. Jaime deserves to be praised for what he did to Bran. He put him on the path to be the three-eyed raven. We have not talked about Dany yet. She is towards the end. We'll get to we're getting to Dany. So this is the road to Dany. Our next character that we're going to mention, this will be relatively quick one, I guess, because there's not much to say because I don't know how much more this character's arc's going to have. But I can say it from the beginning that I've loved this character. I love the show's performance of this character. This is an example of as much as I enjoy a character in the book, I think Varys has been explored exceptionally well on the show, and some of the stuff, especially early on, getting inside his head, in a way, and seeing some of those back and forths with Littlefinger from his perspective, not being a POV character. I very much enjoy Varys throughout the whole series, and I'm excited to see where they take him in this final season. I hope they don't pull Littlefingerism on him from last season, where they can't think of a good way to have him go out, so they have to have him make stupid mistakes in some ways, go against Daenerys at an improper time and have her kill him. Any thoughts, Joe, on Varys in this final season, or how he might meet his end, or will he survive it all?
He survives. They all survive, Phil. I'm gonna say they all survive. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You think, and we're talking show specifically. You think we're gonna have a relatively happy ending on the show, Joe? Is that what you're saying?
No. I hate making predictions on the future.
Oh, we hate predictions on the show. We really do. On what I mean by the show is our podcast. Joe specifically.
It's so tough. Like there's so many.
Have some balls.
Guess what a writer's gonna fucking. Dude, have you seen soap operas? Like predict that shit. You go for it.
Okay.
Like this.
Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die. Like, someone's gonna get into a coma.
Right, they're all gonna die.
We all die, Joe.
There's a million stupid shit little fuckers running around with steel in their back. Heck, want to put it in somebody.
I'll say it a different way then, Joe. How does the story that we see on the television show end for Varys?
I don't know. I don't see how someone like Varys or Baelish get out alive. Like their ultimate story ends with being murdered, right?
Red team says,
Baelish is already dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Killed by Arya in the final season.
There you go.
Okay, so Carmine in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see Carmine. You can see Cersei killing Varys. I mean, if she finds him, if he's ever seen by any of her spies, or where Qyburn gets a one-up on him, and Qyburn's a little bit more connected and somehow gets some of his birds to betray him when Varys thinks he's in a safe place and gets one over on him. I could see something.
Man, the birds are only loyal to the last pigeon pie, man.
Right, and Qyburn seems to have a real pulse on what's going on, so he could outmaneuver through whispers where Varys is a little bit preoccupied with trying to be a good person loyally.
I don't
loyalty.
know, the little fucking birds, little rugrats, they see this fucking monster in a fucking suit, but they hear some stories about dragons, man. Everybody, oh, kids love fucking dragons.
Everyone loves
Fuck a dragon.
Puff
Fuck that,
the
fuck that
magic
freaky old man in his
dragon.
fucking dank dungeon and that fucking scary green monster under the gold fucking mask. Give me a fucking dragon flying around with a beautiful blonde-haired white bitch sitting on top of it. Fuck yeah.
Puff the magic
those
dragon.
yeah, no, they would go with they're not loyal to Qyburn.
Ooh.
But the kibosh on that Qyburn shit, dude.
Batsu says, Varys said he would betray Dany if she turned against the people. Not going to speculate that Dany tortures him. I was thinking, when I'm thinking about his end, is that Dany is going to misjudge betrayal and burn him. And that might be, I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine, again, Varys surviving, but he is a spider and spiders do survive. We got
the book completely abandoned the fucking curse. Not the book, the show completely abandoned those fucking curses. She brought him back up in the last season, didn't she? She thought about him again, or she vocalized it, but still, like, fucking curses. Stupid.
Let's go to the live chat for a second here. The spider, hashtag respect from Lindsay. Great to see Carmine again. Good to see the walking David in the live motherfucking chat. Carolina, this season, double the dragons, double the boobs. I like that. Joe likes the way you're thinking too. I can already say that. I love that theory. Half Baked is a classic. Have they talked about? No, we have not talked about. Again, we will get to Dany. Littlefinger should just return to the Vale after his trial by combat. Then Sansa sends a letter to a cousin about killing his mother. Little Psycho ends up pushing him through the moon door. That would have been awesome, Callie. It would have been better. Questions for this filthy fucking issues guy. Where's the best place to take your first cousin on your second date? Joe, best place to take your first cousin on a second date? The back of your truck, the bedroom. I don't know. If you're already dating your cousin, second date, you have a familiarity with. I'm not answering that question. What the fuck am I doing? No.
Take my second cousin. On a first date or second date?
Second date. That's what I'm saying. It's a second date.
That's the third date. The third date's the one that matters. That's the one you take her to your bedroom, to the hotel.
No, but that's why I'm saying, like, if it's your cousin, you have like a familiarity.
On the first date, yeah.
We're
I don't know, bowling.
I think bowling's the answer.
It seems like if you're dating, it seems like an activity you're both gonna love.
Yeah, I think bowling is the right answer. The point of this is we entertain all questions here in the issue.
Bowling and beers.
Bowling and beers. Okay, fair.
It's your cousin, man.
You're right. It's date 3. That's more of a date 3 kind of thing. Okay, so I think Varys is an interesting character to think about how his end happens, if it even does happen. I just hope that in 6 episodes that we have left, he gets some good quality time and good stuff to do, and they just don't have him be a secondary character. I mean, he's always been around what's going on, but there's times where they miss him for a little bit. And I think with so few episodes, he's an interesting character to see how he would handle Armageddon happening, essentially, and everything going to shit and the White Walkers coming. What would his plan be? I just don't want to see him go, oh shit, and have a white cloud of fucking ice come and not ice, or not the sword, but just a white cloud of White Walkers just destroy him and just be an afterthought like Mars Attack or something. I want to see something interesting happen with this character, and I hope they go in that direction. Speaking of interesting characters that there's not much to say about but worth mentioning, I'm no big city lawyer, Joe, but I think Davos is going to have an interesting season filled with a lot of one-liners, and I don't see Davos dying anytime soon. I'm sorry.
He's a survivor, right?
He's a survivor. He's surviving this whole fucking thing. Nothing is happening to television show Davos. He is surviving the whole freaking thing. He is going to end up killing Euron Greyjoy somehow or something. I don't know.
Agreed.
He's gonna
our pirate smuggler kills our pirate murderer.
Yeah, and I want to see it happen. Or not
in a big pirate battle.
No, it's gonna be piss ass Theon, but he's gonna be in on the battle too or something. I don't see Davos dying. I guess I can't see them do it. He's too jolly. So Davos will kill Melisandre. That's a better one. Will Davos kill Melisandre, Joe?
No.
No, he'll want to. Please, Davos, just JS.
We've already seen the end of his beef with Melisandre. Like, she's gonna die from somebody else's hands.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any? She's on this list too, so let's touch upon her since she's coming up here and she does have some association. So you think we've seen the end of the Davos Melisandre interactions? I would love to see her get. I mean, Stannis was the one that was really responsible for it, more even than Mel. What happened to Shireen, but still, how do you, I don't see Melisandre surviving this, but I think she.
I don't either.
But I'm not sure how she goes out, though. Do you?
She sacrifices herself for some magic ritual.
Oh, to get fire to battle the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like your read on that one. If Davos dies,
she's the only true believer. She had her moments of doubt, but she came back. So she'll do whatever it takes to make sure that her prophecies and the way she sees who reads the fire happen. And we've already seen that by her setting children on fire.
Someone mentioned Arya. Arya will kill Mel. Could Arya kill Mel? Arya could kill anybody.
Yeah, Arya kills. Arya, ultimately, here's what I think. Anybody that dies in the show from this point on is murdered by Arya in fucking faceless masks.
Right. And the thing about Arya...
Everybody.
Joe, I'm with you. The thing about Arya is she could be the answer to every question. Almost if you're having a superhero conversation.
Who kills Jamie? Arya.
Yeah, almost if you have a superhero conversation.
It wasn't Arya. Look, it was that dude. No, it was Arya. She was just wearing a fucking... Who
would win any superhero battle with prep time? Batman. Who would win? Who would kill everybody? Arya. I mean, Arya is the answer. It's an easy answer. Who's gonna kill any of these characters? I think that for the rest of this podcast, Joe, when we try to say how's this character gonna die if it's not an obvious one, we say Arya kills them. I think that's pretty good. Yep. See, Joe knows it. Euron on the show was sanitized. The show wouldn't even give him a damn eye patch. It's because it's not the real.
Yep. It's stupid. Fuck. Euron.
Yeah.
That's all.
Who killed JFK? Yeah, Arya was in the grassy knoll, Felicia.
Arya.
So Davos, Melisandre, I think we both agree, and that she will die in some fashion, and I tend to agree with what Joe is saying, that it will be some sort of sacrifice for firepower against the Battle of Ice.
Yep.
So, okay, we're getting to a couple of interesting ones left. I'm looking at our list left, and I kind of want to get rid of some of the secondary characters before we get to some of the heavy hitters here, so to speak.
Let's do it.
So, Beric Dondarrion quickly is still alive. Will, as far as we know, is still alive. Beric in Tormund.
He'll die in the field of battle, though.
I think Beric will die in the field of battle as well. I think he won't be brought back, and he'll die doing something brave in the big battle. Who else is in here? Okay. We mentioned Tormund before. I think Tormund almost same as Beric. I think he'll die fighting in the fight, taking out a lot of White Walkers when all seems dark. He'll be one of the people that goes down. Jorah Mormont, Joe. Will Jorah Mormont survive all of this? Will he finally get to have his moment with Dany, and will he revel in the fact that he's
With the dude and his aunt, there's nothing needed.
Jorah Mormont is going to also die, but he is going to die saving
Dany?
Either Dany or Jon. Probably saving Jon for Dany.
Khaleesi.
He's gonna give his life for Jon's life in the name of Khaleesi.
Khaleesi, I die for you. Joe, we have a voicemail. Oh yes.
All right.
Oh yes. Let's play this voicemail here.
There's no need to clarify.
Oh no,
It just gets grosser and grosser each day.
it's like I had sex with my crazy aunt on a boat.
In a totally glorified way.
That's right. So sorry, I had to finish the line. Let's go over to the voicemail line, and we got the bloody fucking talker. Let's listen to the bloody talker's voicemail, folks.
I have a prediction for season 8. My prediction is that Brienne of Tarth will be hyped up and seem very instrumental to the story before we get to episode 1. And then in reality, she will have less screen time than she did in The Last Jedi.
Wait, you're describing Captain Phasma, not Brienne of Tarth.
Yours, the bloody talker.
Oh, the bloody fucking talker. Are you fucking bloody talker? Okay, so great message from bloody talker as always. Okay, so Jorah, I tend to agree too. I think Jorah is emotional fodder on the show at this point. I think when we're going to narrow things down, we're going to narrow down to very simple, our very, very main cast. And I think some of the characters that we care about that we've gone through at this point so far. That's why I'm asking the basic question. I'm usually not to simplify. Alive or dead? Here we go. Let's do this like Entertainment Weekly. Yeah, alive or dead, Joe? But I think a lot of these characters, I think, are definitely fodder, emotional fodder. And I don't mean that they're useless. I mean, 6 episodes isn't a long time, and even though it's going to be 6 hour-and-a-half episodes, I think it's for this to be done right, and I'm to believe that this is going to be done television right, that this is going to be 6 amazing mini movies of television that are going to really achieve the feeling of how George's series ends. I'm going into it with that belief. And for that belief, it's going to be bittersweet. There's going to be a lot of shit. It's not going to be simple. It's not going to be a one-on-one battle with everyone surrounded in circles between Jon and the Night King, where they fight it off and the winner takes it all, winner takes the fall, fight to going over the top. It's not going in that direction. It's not that kind of story, and I can't see the television show ending in that kind of cheesiness. So I think it's going to be a lot of emotional moments, and the main characters that we're mentioning here, not a lot of people that you don't have some sort of emotional connection to if you've been watching the show, some more than others. Jorah is one with big emotional connection, and I think he's going to be a big, big loss for Dany when that comes. So a fate worse than death, just kill him now. I love Tyrion. I hope he doesn't turn against the group. Will Tormund get to bang Brienne of Tarth before we die? Atari Dad, we talked way too much about that at the beginning. I tend to think it's gonna be Jamie, but if you want, definitely check out the beginning of this podcast for that kind of discussion.
It's gonna be Roderick.
Oh, I think Podrick, you mean?
Yeah, Podrick. Podrick's getting himself some Sansa.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think Podrick gets some Sansa. I agree. Well, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Tyrion lives to brew me some Imp's Delight. Hello, everyone. We got Lady Dreamfire in the live motherfucking chat. Okay, so on to our next character, Joe. Our next character on this list. Let's see. Okay. This is a good one, and we could talk a lot about this character, but again, the Hound. What happens with Sandor Clegane? I think
he's gonna get turned into a fucking walker.
You think he's gonna turn into a walker? Joe,
oh yeah, that dude's done. Done. He's never gonna get to fight the fucking mountain. We're never gonna see it. Not gonna happen. Done.
Joe, what'd you say? No.
Hound Mountain Bowl, the Clegane Bowl, not happening.
Wait, I gotta get some. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking for. I can't find any of my sound effects, Joe. I'm like trying to find.
No, shut the fuck up, Joe. Here.
Yeah.
No.
Where is it?
Sorry, Phil.
Where is
Took
it?
that shit away.
No.
I removed it. I was over there the other day.
Did you? You moved all my shit, Joe. Where is it? It really isn't in there. Where is it?
It's deleted.
No, I found it. Fuck you. Here you go, you asshole.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
No, Joe, you're a motherfucker. No way. Joe's wrong. Joe is fucking wrong. You know, remember those t-shirts? Joe is always right. Fuck Joe. Joe is always right. No, there's no fucking way that this fucking show is not giving us that bullshit. There's no way. This television show has led this up. We got the fucking drop last season. They're not trolling us last season with, brother, you know how it's ending. One-on-one, man-to-man. I'm turning Joe's volume down. I was muted. Fuck him. Fuck you. Fuck you with the horse you rode it on.
Give it up. Give it up.
They are fighting. It's gonna be the Rocky Apollo end where he kills him, but he dies at the same time. The Hound is dying while killing the Mountain. You motherfucker! Shut up.
The Hound is way the fuck up at fucking
Joe, you're telling me distance is an issue on Game of Thrones now? Fuck you. People can travel across this map. There's fast travel in Westeros in season 8. You know it. I know it. This isn't WoW 1.0. This
Mountains
is
up at Ground Zero. Fucking mountains down in fucking La La Land with his Queenie Pooh getting told to go fucking mop floors and sniff the necks of children down there and fucking mice, queef burns, fucking damn dank dark cellar hole.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Okay. So let's go in the live chat. Let's see what people say in the live motherfucking chat. Joe loves his song. He's like, I own it. I'll shut the fuck up. I agree, Callie. Jorah dying in Grayskull would be such a heartbreaking and appropriate send-off. There's no way they're going to give him his redemption just to die anticlimactically. I remember when Jorah was in a 1v1 fight with the Dothraki thrown to the ground. Jorah threw in some sand to extend some time. Sandor defending Sansa or Arya in the show. Joey's going to shit on these last 6 episodes. I can feel it, says Killmonger. I can feel it in my bones. Sounds forever. His story ended perfectly in the books. More D&D alternative facts. You were wrong, Joe. Wrong, Lady Dreamfire. I love you, Lady Dreamfire.
Lady, not wrong.
Blue Steel. Hound dies from the mountain, resurrects him, then quickly kills the mountain. Done and done. Oh, fuck it. I like that. Wait, I gotta read that again.
Wait, done, not done, done.
No, fuck you. Sansa can't get with Podrick. He's a pain. A pain killed her father. That would be terrible optics.
No, but he is an attentive lover. And words spread. You know how women talk. That the words from those women of the night surely reached the fucking chambers of those maidens up all over Kingsland. Everybody talked about Podrick Payne's penis.
Podrick Payne is a legend in
Podrick Payne's penis is perfect.
Yeah, it is. Say that 5 times fast.
Podrick Payne's penis is perfect.
1. I said.
I can't say it fast, man. It's got to go slow. You got to take your time with Podrick Payne's penis.
You really do. You definitely have to go slow. Blue Steel. We have to make that T-shirt. You got to go slow at Podrick Payne's penis.
Perfect penis.
Perfect penis. Yeah. Someone note me that. Blue Steel. Hound dies from the mountain.
You can't put Podrick Payne's perfect penis across your lips too quickly. It's gonna come out of your mouth.
Yeah. Why is Podrick Payne's penis sound so dirty coming out of your mouth, Joe? Hound dies from mountain, resurrect.
It doesn't sound as dirty as it coming in my mouth, Phil.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, Hound dies from the mountain, resurrects, and then quickly kills the mountain. Done and done. Felicia's on your side. They hinted to the mountain versus the Hound that gave each other last season. Oh my fucking god. More boat sex. We need more boat sex. One more time. I'll play boat sex again before the end of the night. Kaylin, I want to see Arya, Brienne, and the rest of the Valyrian Blade characters split off assassins. Each White Walker's the Night King. Kaylin, great to see you. Oh, the twins. Peter Griffin, I don't think they'll go at it when they faced off in the pit. The Hound said no. You know what's coming for you. You always have. It's not the Hound. Have you seen that video where the voice actors from Tiny Toons read dialogue of Game of Thrones? No, I have not seen that, but I now have to. Atari Dad. Mountain will burn and blow in the wind. Give Podrick fermented crowd. Everyone wants a bit of that Podrick Payne, says Lindsay. Actually, Tyrion paid those ladies to boost Pod's ego, saving his life.
No,
Pod
they
got too.
didn't pay him. They didn't take the money. They wouldn't take the money.
Bernie says it was hard for me to critique the show truthfully. I love George's story too, so much. I'm prejudiced. I'll say the actors left are the weakest. Will Frodo betray Sansa and Legolas? Says Mike. I love you, Mike, in the live motherfucking chat. So yes, the Hound. I think the Hound will have a lot of fun with the Hound at the end. I don't know. Is the Hound too honorary to die on the show, Joe? Is he too? Is he one of those guys that since he's come back from death in an interesting way
No, he's gonna go out and he's gonna go out, nobly and heroically and shit. It just ain't gonna be with the Mountain.
Someone said something about saving Arya. Will we get an Arya and Hound reunion in the final season? I say yes to that.
Did we not? I mean, the Hound made it all.
He asked about.
Landing,
he asked about. No, he didn't see her. He asked. I forget who he asked about her, but he said, who is he talking to? Maybe it was Podrick or no, it was Brienne. He said, did you ever find her? And he said, yeah, I found her at Winterfell. How's she doing? Well, she's a tough one, that one. And the Hound was like a proud daddy. He's like, yeah, well, she's still alive. Of course she is. Of course she is. I trained her. She's fucking. She's a badass. So That's what I want to see more than anything. For fan service, at this point, fan service me, slap me across the face with the fan service. I want to see the Hound fighting the Mountain, and then he's losing to the Mountain. He's losing to the Mountain, and then Arya shows up and helps him, and they both kill him. I don't care.
Oh, come on now.
Give it to me. Give me that Liviage.
Get out of your fantasy
Give me
land.
the Swiss
what do you
cheese.
Think you're watching?
Give me
fantasy show.
Give me the Swiss cheese. I'll eat it. It's delicious. The Viper. If the Viper took care of business in season 4, we wouldn't be going through this. Just wanted to say.
Right? Fucking Viper. I watched him get his teeth knocked out again tonight. Fucking a different movie.
Fucking asshole. Okay. So okay, one more not whatever character. Here we go. He's back in the story. Gendry. Will Gendry rule over Storm's End by the end of the story, Joe? Well, is being one of our last known Baratheons.
Given Storm's End?
Yes.
Sounds feasible. Sounds reasonable. Like it.
Will he survive? Will him and Arya live happily ever after?
I don't know why you think him and Arya, but sure.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me that.
Sure, you got it.
Thank you. Bernie says Clegane Bowl is way too fan servicey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally fan servicey. But with the fan service they've done so far, they can't not do that. That's all I'm saying. If you go all the way with it, like lean into the hurricane there. Do it. Just lean into it. Mike says, nope, the Mountain challenges the Hound, then he cowardly, the Hound pushes Sansa in his path and runs away like an Englishman. I like that one. The second,
like a Frenchman?
Mike said Englishman. The second Kingsman movie, Joe, question mark, Zombie Bowl. There's no chance Gendry dies. That would be the biggest blue balls in history. I agree. There's no way Gendry dies. I think he's one of the safest characters in the final season.
No, not the second Kingsman. Part 2 of that Denzel Washington shit they filmed here in my city. Equalizer. It's on Lynn Beach. They filmed that shit on Lynn Beach.
Oh, really? Nice. Gendry, the most ironic fate, will captain a fleet of canoes to sail across the various islands. Gendry is like Dalton. I thought you'd be bigger. Peter Griffin, yep. Gotta unite House Baratheon and Stark with Sansa and Gendry. Okay, so people are saying Sansa and Gendry, not Gendry and Arya. Okay, interesting. But he's I'm not playing too much into this stuff, but I guess I'm playing into it tonight. He's his girl, though. I at least want to see a reunion between those two characters and have some sort of kinship. And since they're in similar places and doing similar things, so I would love to see how they would interact at this point in time, having gone through both what they've both gone through.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not much to say about Gendry. I think he gets Storm's End. I'm not sure if he survives it all. I do not see him dying after coming back after all that time. I think he's there for the long haul. So Joe, I know, I'm keeping Joe up way past his bedtime, keeping him talking about all this shit. But we have the last group of characters, which are all our main characters. I'm going to read them all, and then we're going to talk about them in just plucking them out in order here. The characters left that we're going to talk about are Bran Stark, Jon Snow, Theon, Arya, Jaime Lannister, Tyrion, Sansa, and Daenerys Targaryen, last but not least. So, first of all, Bran fucking Stark, Joe. I don't even know where to begin with Bran here. Is he the key to the
little creep watching his sisters change?
Yep, the little creep watching his sisters change. That kid.
Peeking in on his sister. I remember, I've seen everything that happened. Watching his sisters get raped. Fucking little perv. Get tortured by Ramsay.
Yep. Is Bran Stark the key to is Bran Stark Neo in this situation? Is he the one or is Bran Stark the Night King? I don't know. It's hard to imagine where exactly his story is going to go. I think the most interesting place in this story to surprise me is with Bran. I think I have the least clue exactly where they're going to go with his character. I think with most of these other people, I generally have a feel for where I think their storyline could go. With Bran, I legitimately, Joe, have no thought other than, is he going to somehow find a way to neutralize the Night King's extra abilities to be able to fight him? But again, I'm thinking about this more too superhero-y and not dark and tragic enough. Is Bran the Night King? And it's a time parallel loop kind of shit going on. I don't know what the hell's going on with Bran Stark. I'm curious what people in the live chat think. I'm curious what you think, Joe Dirty Locks. I want to know what the people in the comment section or people listening to the podcast, where do you think Bran's story ends, and how does he play a part in this war?
Bran's story ends in a tree in Winterfell. In that white fucking whatever weirwood tree that he's been sitting at all fucking last season. Right? Just like the fucking tree before him. What? I mean, why not? It's defending behind walls, all that shit. Like, good spot for the little boy who can't walk.
So you think he just becomes the three-eyed raven from that tree, and he ends the story in the same way that the three-eyed raven was already...
Hey, there's always got to be a Stark in Winterfell.
Interesting.
That's one way to ensure it.
What's his name? Let's see. Bran isn't even Bran anymore. He should end up like absorbed into weirwood trees. That's. I think that's ultimately what your drink. I said ultimately. I think that's basically what you're saying too, Joe. That he's going to be absorbed into the weirwood net.
He's gonna go sit down at the fucking weirwood tree, maybe in the fucking tombs by the roots somewhere. And fucking get his little fucking... He's going to drift off into fucking La La Land one day, wake up 40 years later with roots coming out
now,
of his eyeballs.
Does Bran control a dragon? Is he able to warg a dragon?
I think Bran's ability to warg into even a slow-minded human and other humans now, too, have we seen him do?
I think just Hodor, right?
Right, okay, so if it's just Hodor, then yeah, like he's able to do it to a weak-minded human who's not necessarily even weak-minded, who's traumatized from fucking seeing his own death at 12 years old.
Hodor.
Like, some weird shit going on, and like having that fucking seizure and shit. So, sure, why not? Absolutely.
He will.
Why am I gonna put limits on his fucking powers? Who the fuck am I to limit Bran's powers? He could fucking warg it to God for fucking all I know. What the fuck?
Like the Star Trek god that
whatever god. Fucking Q or fucking Ganesh. I don't know.
Q or Ganesh. That's a good Marriott there. Bran's a bit of an oddball. He should control a dragon and die when the dragon gets killed. Sansa's gonna be running Winterfell when it's all over. Bran's a pervert spying on poor Jaime and his lover, and then watching Sansa and Ramsay. My serious prediction of Bran is Bran should locate the rest of the children of the forest hiding beneath the werewolves and get them to help against the White Walkers. Interesting. It's the quintessential sci-fi
They're
twist.
already helping against the White Walkers. They're the ones that saved his fucking life. They're the ones that got him out of the fucking tree with Hodor holding the door, sacrificing themselves. They're the ones that like are trying to put together this resistance.
I think
started the war in the first place too, I guess. But like,
I think we all need to take a drink for Willis. I mean Hodor. So everyone, whatever you're drinking, water, coffee, take
Hody,
take a
Hody
drink
ho,
Hodor. So Bran absorbed by the weirwood net. Bran, the last time we really saw him, just to kind of date back to that, he was talking to Sam. Bran will have a conversation with Jon and interact with Jon, and I think that will be very interesting too, to get that sort of information dump. I think he's going to be an active force on leading that and kind of informing Jon on what he needs to do and being a central figure. So I do see Bran doing a lot in this final season and being a very, very important part in the end of this story. And I think if I don't know specifically how it's going to be done, excuse me, but I do know Bran's going to be extremely fucking important. So, we got King McKay in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see King McKay in the live chat. And what about Howland Reed? Will we see him in Mira? It's hard for me to imagine that we won't see Howland Reed at some point in the story. So I'm expecting that. But I would be surprised if not. So Bran, Joe, I think anything else to say about Bran for now? Obviously, we're going to do a lot more preview casts we're doing, just sort of touching in on each character here. So I don't think much more we want to say about Bran right now. We talked a lot about this
I don't
character.
know. It'd be nice to see him get pushed out another window, I guess.
Is that what's going to happen when Jaime and him meet again? Jaime's going to push him out another window. Bran's going to say to him, you know what? I'm the
I
threat.
think he's gonna be like, dude, man, I was watching some movies of my sister. How did you get your sister in the sack?
Dude.
He's gonna get some
dude, it's gonna be
that's gonna
be an outtake. That's gonna be an outtake. It's gonna be a fucking outtake. Get advice from Jaime on how to.
I was watching some tree memories of my sister and Ramsey. How do you think I should go about getting a date with her?
and suddenly he's thinking this.
The crow is throwing me right now.
Oh my, Joe. Oh God. Oh my goodness, Joe. Oh, holy.
Dirty Locks strikes again.
Oh my God, that's a little dirty Locks. That's why we call him Dirty Locks. Okay, so, live motherfucking chat. Jaime's gonna push Bran's wheelchair down the stair like Wolverine did to Professor X. Yeah, I think Bran cut Howland out of the RLJ reveal in the books. I think he did that on purpose. Okay, so zippity fucking doodah. Let's go on to Arya. Arya doesn't die. Arya kills everybody, and Arya lives her days riding around like kung fu, going to different places and killing who needs to be killed. I see Arya being just a freaking animal and a weapon. I see her being underused in the final season and popping up in interesting situations to kill interesting people. Other than that, I think she probably is going to be fun in the final season, but I think a lot of the heavy lifting of Arya has already been done, if that makes sense on the show. I don't see them getting deep with her again. But I don't know. Do you disagree with that, Joe, or generally kind of feel similar about her character? I think she'll be cool. We'll like Arya, but I just don't see, now she's back with her family. She can go on her own and fight.
Oh, no. Yeah, she's got some work to do this season.
So how do you see Arya going this season then?
She's not done with her list, dude.
Okay, so do you think we're going to see lots more of her list? So
right? Who's on her list?
Let's think about it. Let's think about it.
Cersei.
Jaime. Mountain. Mel.
Melisandre?
Is Mel on her list?
No.
Is Jaime on the list?
I think so.
If people in the live chat, if you know
who's on the list,
who's on the list, and not the book list, because the book list is much longer. Who's left on the show list?
Who's left on the list?
So the arid Arya
Slynt is dead, right? He was one of the fuckers on the list.
Arya will kill the Night King with a dragon.
The Hound was on the list. He's still alive, but he might have gotten a reprieve. But she doesn't know he's still alive, does he?
No, she thinks Brienne killed him, I believe.
Right.
Or thinks that she left him for dead. She definitely doesn't know he's on the list. But I think he would get crossed off the list at this point. Wolverine's gonna kill a lot more this season, says King McKay. So I agree with that. I think she is definitely going to kill a lot this season. Cersei.
I think the actor that played Ilan Payne is dead.
Mm-hmm, he is. No, he had a recovery. But he was sick, so they had to write him off the show. But he ended up getting sick and I got a recovery, I believe. Is Qyburn on the list? I'm not sure if Qyburn's on the list. Ilan Payne, but Ilan Payne, the show is dead. The Mountain, Cersei. I don't think she said Jaime. The Mountain, Cersei are on the list. Okay, so we see Arya killing one of those two this season at least. Both of them? No.
Cersei. She kills.
You don't believe
the Mountain. She kills the Mountain. She kills
the Mountain. I think she kills the Mountain. Yes.
She's the one that takes the fucking Mountain out. There is no Mountain fucking Hound.
I disagree with you. I think the Mountain and Hound fight, but the Mountain beats the Hound and then Arya kills him. Because Arya's watching the fight.
She doesn't need to kill him to avenge the Hound.
No, not to avenge the Hound. Joe, not to avenge the Hound, just for funsies.
But that's how it comes off to the audience. Like, oh no, you killed the Hound. I get to kill you now. No, she already has blood for this guy. She already got this guy in her fucking list. This guy got to go down. It can't be mirrored marred in some fucking guise about the Hound dying at this guy's hands too.
She does
no.
not.
That's going to be separate. They're 400 fucking leagues apart right now. One's up at the wall getting decimated by fucking frozen dragons, and the other one's fucking suntan and drinking Mai Tais with fucking
Cersei.
Queen Goldilocks.
Queen Goldilocks. Speaking of which, Queen Goldilocks there, as you call her, Queen Cersei, you will refer to her as the Queen fucking
I'll
Cersei.
refer to her as the shamed one.
Listen, leave Cersei alone. Cersei will not die from Arya's hand. Cersei will die from Jaime's hand.
Or Daenerys.
Or Tyrion.
Or Tyrion. Or Jaime.
Or Tyrion or Jaime. It's Tyrion or Jaime, not Daenerys. It's Tyrion or Jaime.
Yeah, those are the only prophecies coming true.
Yeah, that prophecy is definitely coming true.
Danny got some bunk-ass prophecies by a fucking Charlotte and fucking Warlock over in Essos, man. That shit was fucking like, what, dude, man? You took too much acid. Why you all look the same? Get the fuck away from me.
No killing off every antagonist, says Callie. Mountain will never die. I don't see Arya killing Cersei, but I think Arya will go too far and kill too many people and end up getting killed herself. Tell him, Joe. Mountain ain't dying. Lots of good stuff. Oh, we got a voice message from Hannibal O'Neill. Let's listen to this motherfucking message from this motherfucking awesome dude, Hannibal. Let's listen.
Hey, you think Jenny's gonna die in childbirth, giving birth to her fucking incest fucking kid? I was just thinking that. I don't know. Whatever. All right, man. That's all.
Dragons can't give birth to wolves,
it takes
man.
like 9 months. Does it take 9 months in Westeros? Or does it take like fucking 2 months?
No, I'm
fucking stoned.
When you have this much time left in the season, the gestation period will be much shorter, in when you the wolf bug. So now let's face the facts.
Daenerys, a love that's kind of gross. Though she's proud to call the wolf her guy.
Now,
the thought of it makes me grow.
We're gonna get to this. We're saving Jon and Dany for last, Hannibal. So we're gonna get to Jon and Dany soon. But her
dragon eggs may need his wolf balls.
But her dragon eggs do need his wolf balls. So just to make that clear, I just wanted to play that one line of the song. So the incest babies are coming. So anything left else to say about Arya? I mean, there's a lot to say about Arya, but I mean, in the basis of this conversation, anything more to say about Arya? I don't think so. I think she kills a lot of people, crosses off another name off her list, lives through it all, and has a very heart-filled reunion with Jon at some point this season.
Correct.
Her and Jon's heart-filled reunion will be the crying, emotional moment of the season early on, probably in the first episode of this new season. Episode 1, we'll have Jon and Arya meeting again, and it will be the big moment. It'll be emotional. It'll be great. Okay, so next on our list, Joe, let's talk to him. Let's talk about him, the Dickless Wonder. Let's do it. He's still alive. Is there any way Theon's not making it? No,
Theon has a long life, no kids.
He doesn't have anything else long, Joe. Not anymore.
Lord of the Iron Islands. Yep. Miserable life. Shame of Westeros, but still alive.
Yeah.
Given his place, given his little rock to be lord of. But that'll be that.
Is Theon able to save his sister and or kill his cheesy guy-liner uncle? Will Theon get any redemption?
See, this is like like, it'd be nice. That's fan service too. Like, that they're not all set up to be like everybody gets revenge on the one that wronged them the most. Otherwise, Theon, they'd cut his ass up right back at Winterfell already.
Bernie, I just want to add one thing that Bernie said. I'm skeptical. It seems that Maisie was the last to wrap up. What does that mean? It means that whatever they chose to shoot her scenes last. I mean, ultimately on a film set, they very rarely shoot things in order. Yeah, in sequence. So it just means whatever scenes they shot last, Maisie was a part of.
Right. Like it could be like, oh, we have all these shots left up here. Let's get those out of the way. And then we have 3 or 4 Bravo scenes we need to finish up. So those are off in another country, and we'll fly that, set people out, you know.
Callie says Theon will die besides Jon. His sister will kill his uncle due to a wife. Theon, I just watched season 2, episode 2 when he starts in Onara. I could see Reek standing toe-to-toe with Euron, surrounded by people cheering him on with one swipe. Euron kills him 3 seconds and laughs. I have a theory that the Targaryens have to keep in the bloodline. Lyanna died in childbirth. Dany lost her child. Both Dany and Rhaegar consummated outside the bloodline. I still have a hard time buying that Theon could beat that guy who's twice his size. Theon, Grey Worm, Varys, all dickless men must die. Is that how the old Valyrian nursery rhyme goes? Blue Steel, I love you. I love you, Mike. That was great. And Blue Steel says Theon should have died in the season finale. He finally gets his courage and then betrays his men. I hope he gets close to Yara and Euron kills him. I think Theon will probably die to save his sister. He needs redemption, but he also needs to take the punishment for leaving his sister to die. See, Theon's one of those characters that when I say I think he's going to live, and Joe and I have talked about this before in other places, I think he's going to live because I think he doesn't deserve to die. I think everything he's been through...
That's why I say it too.
I think it's too simple of a situation.
He has to live with his sins.
Forever and ever and ever. Like, I wouldn't mind the whole story ending where every single person character we know is dead. Most of Westeros is wiped out, and Theon's sitting there like the only one alive with Tyrion there to talk shit to him. That's it. You know, but realistically, I could see Theon going out saving his sister. That would be a good out for him.
Yeah.
So, Joe, name one pair you wish you had sex, dead or alive. I'm not sure. Space Square, I'm not sure the question exactly. Joe, one pair you wish you had sex, dead or alive.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it was probably a typo there. Ask the question again, and Joe will definitely answer it. Old Nan and Ramsey. Wow, I thought of it. A lot of non-Targaryen queens died in childbirth. That's an interesting one, though. Theon is that cockroach that just won't die. That's how I feel about it, love.
Oh, one pair on the show that I wish had sex. They can be dead or they can still be living. Okay.
Okay, I get it now.
I want... Hodor to have sex with Joffrey's dead body.
One more time, Joe?
Hodor to have sex with Joffrey's dead body.
Oh,
one dead and one alive. Oh, no, they're both dead. Wait, but I want Hodor to be alive and Joffrey to be dead.
So, a living Hodor having sex with Joffrey's dead corpse?
Yes.
Like with the poison, with the face all fucked up and stuff from the poison and shit too?
However the dead corpse is.
I like that.
I mean, that's how the corpse looked when it was dead, right? You could put the coins on his eyes, those little stones, painted stones.
Oh, that would be cute. That would be cute. I'd like that.
Give him those nice doll eyes.
Yummy. Okay, so that's Theon. I think Theon, no matter what happens, is going to be interesting. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Motion to the Potion, the Rockgrass Man. Theon's story, or the actor that plays Theon, is one of the more underrated, underappreciated actors on the show. He always puts in an excellent performance, and I expect more great things for him in these final episodes. I hope they give his character an interesting way to go out, and I think him almost dying, maybe getting himself even more hurt and destroyed, losing his legs in 2 or whatever. Like, I wouldn't even mind seeing more tragedy befalling Theon. So, but I think it's going to be interesting and cool no matter what they do. They've never let me down with Theon. I think the actor, and they've written him well on the show. They fucked up all the other Greyjoy shit on that show, but Theon's always been a pretty well developed character on the show.
Yep.
And I don't expect any less.
Great acting from the kid too in that role. Yep.
I'm so excited to start Game of Thrones with you guys again. It's been so long. Space Square, I'm so excited as well. It's gonna be so much fun to talk about Game of Thrones. This is only our first discussion. We're gonna have a lot more, get into a little bit more. As long as there's no other shows on Sunday, every other week, Joe and I are going to pick a different Game of Thrones thing and talk about that. And then once there's another show on Sunday, I'm gonna we'll pick a different day of the week. So we're gonna do weekly or every other week some sort of Game of Thrones coverage from this point till the end of the season. No more break. It's starting. Give your suggestions. Send your suggestions for Game of Thrones topics to igotissuesman@gmail.com. Again, igotissuesman@gmail.com, or you can comment in this video after the fact, not in the chat.
We got some Walking Dead coming back in February.
Joe, shut your mouth. But yes, we do have The Walking Dead, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about Game of Thrones too.
Is it going to stretch into Game of Thrones season? Are we going to have... No, it's like 12 episodes. It couldn't.
No, it's going to cut off right at the right time. Also,
it's smart enough not to go against.
Yes. Also, we got a couple of other shows coming back in January. Joe and I will be talking about The Punisher Season 2, and I will be talking about Star Trek Discovery, and Joe and I will be talking here and there about the Orville that's coming back too. And I got some cool guests coming on for those shows as well. So it's going to be fun leading into it, but we're going to keep doing weekly or every other week Game of Thrones shit too up until the season starts. So get ready to deal with a lot more. This is just our first one. That's why we're kind of going just quickly through these characters, our first thoughts, and as we get more information, see more trailers, or have suggestions for topics, we can go deeper into certain topics if you guys have certain suggestions. So please definitely request away if you want. Okay, so next on our list here, Joe, is Sansa. Sansa. How does Sansa's story end? Queen of the North? I don't think Sansa dies.
No.
I don't think Sansa dies.
I don't think she ends up Queen of the North. I think she ends up hooked with Gendry down in
Storm's End. Oh, interesting. Okay. Joe likes that one. Hey, I started watching the original Star Trek on Netflix. Have you seen it, and do you recommend it?
Or with her fucking cousin over there in fucking Cloud City.
Oh, Robin up in the Vale.
She could fucking handle Robin, no fucking problem. She'll fucking throw him out the moon door, own that shit for herself too.
I'm sorry, just to go on a little rant here. I see fear. Yes, I'm also going to be talking about season 3 of True Detective, and I hope Joe will talk about that show with me as well if he's into watching it too. So.
Yeah, I love season 1. Season 2 is
if Vince Vaughn's in, it's bad. Queen Sansa. I'm watching the
origin. Actually, like the best thing I've ever seen Vince Vaughn.
No, I think I like him better in comedies. When I can't buy him when he's tries to be serious. Space Queer, I haven't seen that yet because my Netflix isn't hooked up to my new place yet, but I just haven't signed into it with the new shit. But Origins of Netflix is great. The Captain's documentary is a really good one too. I would say if you're starting Star Trek for the very first time right now, I would start with Star Trek 2, the second Star Trek movie, and then watch all the movies through to Star Trek 6, then start with Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, and all that stuff too. But lots of great stuff to get into Star Trek, and I'm going to be talking a lot of Star Trek coming up soon. Sorry, guys. So a lot more fun going on there. Sansa will live happily ever after with Tyrion as Lady of Casterly Rock. Interesting.
See, I could see that too. I could see her and Tyrion together.
Okay, Joe. So should we just... Oh, no. We're not going to talk about Tyrion quite yet.
That's a good one. Tyrion and her.
I do think they're going to meet again, but I don't think that's going to happen. No. Not going to
meet again. They're both in the North right now.
Yeah, not going to happen. Joe, how does the greatest character of all time on Game of Thrones here? Let's get to him now. We mentioned...
Jaime, you're going after Jaime. You're calling him the greatest of all time?
No, I was going to talk about Tyrion, but we can talk about Jaime. So Jaime, since you think he's the...
believes that's what you were talking about.
Since you think he's the greatest character of all time, we'll talk about Jaime Lannister, since you described him as that. Since Jaime is one of the more interesting, has had one of the most well-established arcs on the show and in the books, how do you see the Sir Jaime Lannister's story ending, Joe? How do you see and what are your opinions in general on Jaime? All jokes aside.
I still think he needs to die. I still don't think he's quite reached his point of redemption yet. That could be left to be seen in this last season, but ultimately, knowing how George is writing this shit, he's gonna go back to Casterly Rock and find a nice ripe fucking vein of gold somewhere and reclaim the title of richest family in fucking Westies.
I could see an end like that happening for Jaime too, Joe. But do you see Jaime taking time to kill Cersei? If Cersei fucks up, okay, let me.
It's Tyrion. No, I still think she's so hell bent that it is Tyrion. It's gonna be Tyrion.
It's gonna be Tyrion.
We all think it's gonna be Jaime because she's so hell bent on it being Tyrion.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I need Cersei to die in his arms, and I'll be happy, says Space Square. Jaime equals assassinated by a zombie blackfish. Jaime will die with Cersei in his arms. What a guy. It's going to be sad and beautiful. I don't see Cersei and Jaime not meeting again, and I see if somehow Cersei is fucking up or not helping out with the fight against the White Walkers and things are looking bad, and somehow her doing something to really screw with what Jaime's doing would cause him to be like, she needs.
Well, he already knows. He already knows she's fucking pulling a big old double cross on that shit.
Right, but if she actively works against,
that is actively working against. She's pulling a double cross on that shit. She's saying, "I'm gonna go up there and finish them off because if here's what she said." They're gonna go fight the walkers. So it's either true or not true. If it's true, hopefully they win and they're weak and I kill them all. If it is true, well, then I get up there, I kill them all, and then hopefully I can kill them all. And if I can't, then we're all fucking dead anyway, and at least I killed the fucking Northern people.
Yeah, at least I killed them. At least I tried.
So she's basically the Targaryen. She can burn the city. She doesn't care. It's all about keeping her power. If I can't have it, if they don't succeed and beat the White Walkers, then I'm sending my troops up there to finish them off, or to finish whichever ones didn't get, and let the White Walkers just run through my troops and fucking finish off the whole continent. It's a burn the city plan of hers. That's exactly what it is. It's burn it all.
Botsu says,
watch it burn.
I think Jaime will live. To be honest, I think his death is the most iffy for me because his redemption was pretty early on. Lannisters are so underrated. They have the best theme music, in my opinion. I think so, too. Cersei's going to marry the zombie Ice King and offer a baby for the cult bullshit. Maybe both Jaime and Tyrion end up killing Cersei together. That would be fun. Locks of Lannister. Joe, I mean, yeah, that's Cersei's plan, and I think... Will anyone have time to deal with her, though? Because they're going to be dealing with other things. So she's just sitting in the catbird seat. Could the finish be with Cersei winning? We talked a little bit about this in the Cersei cast, but could Cersei win? I don't mean win the Iron Throne, but I just mean, could Cersei's plan work? It's not going to work because it's Cersei and it never works.
No, her plan is if the Northerners get wiped out by the White Walkers are going to roll through her troops as well. If the Northerners defeat the White Walkers, then her troops should hopefully be able to walk through them. Right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, or is she thinking that she should just keep all of her troops as close to her as possible and and just clean up the mess? But I don't think... That's where her plan obviously doesn't make any sense because she knows what the threat is and she just doesn't realize that if they don't stop them in the north, they're coming for her too. Whatever. We talked about Cersei. Moron.
There's a million people coming for her. Millions and millions of dead. And if you don't stop them, everybody they run through joins their army. So
does Dany burn the Red Keep? Or we'll get to Dany in a second, but we'll get to Dany in a second. Okay, so Jaime Lannister, the greatest guy ever. No, Jaime Lannister. We talked a lot about Jaime tonight already. He's going to meet Bran again. That's going to be fun. Jaime, again, is going to have a lot of fun moments. He's going to, I think, do some great things before he ultimately meets his demise. Some couple people in the live chat think he might make it, but I think Jaime dies a hero. Dies doing some great things and fighting for... dies killing Cersei in his arms. I don't know. I think some interesting things are going to happen with Jaime Lannister in the final season. Okay, so speaking of Lannisters, we should get to the other Lannister, Tyrion Lannister. He's a difficult one for me too because I don't see a scenario with him dying. I just visually can't see it. the books are a different story. I don't want to get into the books right now. But television Tyrion, I'm trying to see a plausible scenario that sees Tyrion die, and I don't see it, Joe.
Yeah, who's gonna kill him?
Cersei?
Why? When? In battle?
The White Walkers? Like,
That's just it. Cersei does kill him, and that's what Jaime needs to finally kill.
okay.
her.
Could that happen?
Yes.
So what are your opinions? If you were, are you just making that up now? No, do you think that
That's the only way Tyrion dies. Tyrion dies at Jaime's hands. At fucking not Jaime. At
Cersei's hands?
correct.
The Mountain crushes him for him.
No.
Cersei alone kills him.
Correct.
We got Shadow in the live motherfucking chat. Good to see Shadow. Botsu says Tyrion has 500 layers of plot armor. Yes, he does. No reason for him to die, says Steven. That's what I'm saying. No reason for Tyrion to die at this point.
Yes. To fuel
Jaime.
Jaime killing Cersei.
I kind of like it. I like it. I could get on that team, Joe. I could get with you in that one. Tyrion is the
That's not just the ultimate sin. So isn't kin slaying, not just king slaying there, Pete.
and that's what Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah, kinslaying is the ultimate according to the Game of Thrones rules, and Tyrion has no problem with that. He would have killed Joffrey too if he had a chance, as he said in the best speech of Game of Thrones when he's in his trial. Maybe there's a flood and fire and Tyrion has to run a bunch of stairs to survive. That would be a realistic death. Tyrion is the hand of the king with Jon at the end. He falls to the mountain in singles combat, says Joseph. Do you guys feel that 6 episodes is too condensed, even if it's feature length? Joe, take that one for a second. What are your opinions just in general on the fact that the final season is 6 episodes? Do you think that's enough to wrap up this story?
At feature length, it's 9 episodes worth of material. I never thought 10 episodes was enough for any of these books or seasons. There's so much material that they left out, that they could have done, that they could have spent time on.
George R. R. Martin has said it could have been like 15 seasons and shit.
It could have been 15 seasons. It could have been 5 20-episode seasons that got us through the first 5 books. You know, like, there's so much. There's so fucking much. And yeah, time and money. These are all considerations when you're making a show like this, especially as good as they do make it, that having to fit in that many episodes might have actually diminished the product that we got and got to see. So I don't want to be that kind of a quarterback, because I don't know enough about the logistics and the finance of making something look as spectacular as they've been able to do with the locations that they've scouted and the castles that are real that they have used in different scenes and episodes. That's not, I mean, they could, but do they have that kind of fucking money to do it? Maybe if they were using fucking Amazon money or Netflix money, but not HBO money.
Well, at this point, they have all the fucking money in the world in this final season. Fuck them.
I mean, they do, but they don't, because that shit's expensive. Like the locations that they're going to, the fucking governments that you have to grease, all those fucking foreign countries that they're in and out of.
Yeah, but at this point, they're so ingrained after all these seasons. I think
right.
I don't think that's.
But no, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if it was 20 right now, sure. Yeah, but like, if we're talking about, could they like I said, it's 9 seasons. What's that? It's 9 episodes, hour and a half each.
6 episodes.
It's 6 hour-and-a-half episodes. That's the equivalent of 9 episodes, right?
Yeah, no.
So that's only 1 episode shy of a regular season.
No, true. So, but I think I just want more and more, but I agree with you. It could have been.
We all want more and more.
It could have been so much more. Holy shit! We got Devin in the live motherfucking chat. The Lock's looking extra dirty tonight. Sand Snake spinoff. Who's with me? Come on. We need some bad pussy in here. And do I think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be on the positive side of the side butthole. I think we're gonna see a lot of good side butthole this final season. Great to see Devin in the live motherfucking chat. Hope all is well, my friend. Space Square. HBO be like, George, you too fucking slow. That we'll definitely see. I don't see this final season without at least a good amount of some side butthole. I think we need to see it. You guys hear about Apple buying that one film studio that made Lady Bird and those movies? They have so much dough to make movies. I hope they can pull it off. You guys with your long hair, and you're fucking with my gender norms. Have we seen the last of Braun? No, we have not seen last of fucking Braun. Only sacrifice a lamb, the old gods, unstoppable. Oh, I'm jumping in other people's conversations in the live motherfucking chat. 6 times 1.5 = 9 math checks. Don't do math in the live motherfucking chat. We're drunk hippies over here. We can't do fucking math. I think 3/4 of the episode is Night King slaughtering everything. 5/6 is going to be Bran changing his strategy in Winterfell and altering reality. And 1/4 of the episode is going to be side butthole. That's what I think. So, Joe, Tyrion Lannister, is there any way Tyrion... Oh, so you think Tyrion Lannister dies for Jaime to kill Cersei?
To find the balls to stab her with, his real sword.
Interesting. Very interesting, girls.
Not his sword D, but his fucking sword.
Joe, we have a 2-part question here from Space Queer and Atheism is Unstoppable. All the Stark girls have become so hot since season 1. Will
the Stark girls.
Will Arya's massive boobs cease to be hidden in this season, Joe? Joe, no comment. No comment from Joe on that one.
Thinking about the boobs. Hold on.
Joe. Hey, Joe. Hands. I want to see both hands. Show me your hands, Joe. No.
Great Westeros boobs.
Okay, Joe. No, none of that.
That's a great pair of Big Apple boobs.
Hannibal says, I'd bang Lady Stoneheart. I love it. Everybody. We examine the important stuff here. Felicia.
A little bony stony.
Yeah. There is a little bony stony here. There. Bone and Podrick were last seen having a drink. Haven't been seen yet. Oh no. We all know what's going on there. We know what those two are up to. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Beeps. Okay. So speaking of which, Joe, I think it's time. Let's get to these last two. It's time to get into it. And I played this 7 or 8 times tonight, but why not one more time? Here we go. Let's take a drink and let's get into talking about Jon and Daenerys. Excuse us for this drinking break.
Katie.
To call the wolf her guy. The thought of it makes me groan inside.
I hope you all feel the same way too. And don't ever keep it inside, 'cause a dragon eggs may eat his wolf balls. But I just keep on laughing till I cry about
This boat sex, it's not what I want.
Boat
sex
sex.
with the dude and his aunt. There's nothing needed about it in my eyes. If they asked for my opinion, I'd emphatically say why. It's boat sex and it hurts my eyes.
They're closer than the average man and wife.
That's why her tattoo says Jon knows everything. He
He likes to ride a dragon's bareback.
He's the only Targaryen to be inside of her.
There's no need to clarify.
Oh no,
It just gets grosser and grosser each day.
it's like I had sex with my crazy aunt on a boat.
In a totally glorified way.
It's boat sex, that's gross, I admit. It's boat sex, it's making me sick. The feeling of watching 2 relatives having sex on a boat.
You'll be there to watch her burn it all.
She'll be there to watch tonight. It's boat sex, and we all know why.
It's almost over, Joe.
I know.
When I say I hate this crap, it's just what it implies. It's boat sex.
It's true, Joe.
It's boat sex.
It's very true.
It's boat sex.
Okay, Joe, let's talk about him. Jon and Daenerys, Joe. Okay, so last time we saw them, of course, they were having some boat sex. They were banging it out, and all that was happening. I think obviously the end of this story has a lot to do with how their stories individually or together end. I think at least especially on the show. Again, we're not talking about the books. The books could be a very different finish when it comes to that. I know theoretically they know the end that George has in mind, but I still am not convinced that George may not alter things to some extent, depending on how what he told them was a long time ago. And George has been doing a lot of fucking writing, a lot of time between then and now. Things might have changed from what they know to what George is writing right now. So on the show itself, I think it's come down as we've wrapped this up to these main source characters, but Dany and Jon are the really where a lot of this ends, and how they are affected in this war with the Night King and with all this shit going down. So, Joe, first off, does Dany get pregnant from Jon? Does Jon's wolf balls impregnate Dany's dragon eggs?
Oh yeah, she already fucking knocked up.
Right. There's no way that's not happening, right?
Yep.
Does the baby survive and all of that?
And it is boats a knocking, don't come clocking.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Phil, please make a video of boat sex. There is a video on boat sex, Steph Snow. We might make another one, but Steph, I will try to send you the link, or if anyone has the video, please share the link in the live motherfucking chat for Steph Snow. Share that around. That was made by Johnny Giantsbane. Made the video for me, but Stephanie and I have been talking about making a live video of it at some point, but so I will definitely. Laptop is dead, so I'll say good night Shadow, have a good night.
Good night.
I think Jon will take the Iron Throne, not Dany. Tyrion did tell Dany that the one most worthy of the throne didn't want it. Jon doesn't want to be a leader. He changed the things from whichever twin is screwing Sophie at the time. Boat sex the movie. We do need a boat sex the movie. So does Jon do both these characters survive, Joe, in your mind?
No.
Both die.
No.
One survives and one lives to raise the child.
Yes.
Who is the one to survive, Joe?
Jon.
You think Jon survives? Dany dies.
Correct.
Dany dies fighting the Night King?
No.
Dany dies in childbirth.
No.
Dany dies from becoming one with the fire? Or they have to kill Dany because she goes all crazy and starts burning people? No.
Yes and no.
Yes.
Both your last two answers.
More yes
yes,
than no.
She becomes one with the fire. No, not because she's burning people and gone crazy, but because, Lightbringer.
Explain.
What do you mean explain? You got to plunge that shit through your fucking bitch's heart so you can go kill the bad guys.
Okay, interesting.
Right? Isn't that how you get the sword to light up on fire properly? Isn't that how you get your Lightbringer?
Well, that's how you get your Lightbringer. No.
Isn't that how you get it up? By killing the bitch? That's how you light it up? No? Isn't that what Heartbane's coming for? Get plunged through fucking Dany?
So, okay, so who do you think wields...
Is Azor Ahai?
You think Azor Ahai wields that and kills that? I don't know where you're going with this, Joe.
Jon Snow.
So you think
Azor
Jon?
Ahai.
So you think Jon at some point has to kill Dany?
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, I'm with you there. I'm sorry, I wasn't following.
But
I was having a schizoid embolism there. I'm stoned.
I gotta tell you,
Joe.
He already did it.
He killed her with his
with his dick.
With his dick.
Correct.
He killed her with his dick. So
he has driven through her, right? And like every good Targaryen, die in childbirth, right?
Okay,
right?
so you do think
right?
she dies in childbirth
and gives birth to Lightbringer.
Oh, okay. So you heard it here first. Joe says Dany dies in childbirth from Jon Snow's wolf dragon baby, and Jon Snow raises the child to rule.
Is that too much for like the last 8 episodes? Another 18 years for this kid to come
Joe,
out and kill the White Walkers?
I wish it was 8 episodes. It's only 6 episodes. Lindsay says, Jon lives, Dany dies. That's my bet. Jon can't love Dany like your grit. He doesn't love her. He just needs them dragon. Joe says, Callie. Joe, I definitely think you're on something. I don't know if you're on to something, but I think you're on something for sure.
Yeah.
That was I kind of by accident that because
That's what I'm saying, Steph. A metaphor. A metaphor.
A metaphor, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Scooch closer, kid.
Yo. Hickory.
I said scooch.
Yeah. Little boy Blue. He needed the money. Oh. Jack and Jill went up a hill each with $1.25. Jill came down with $2.50. Oh, sorry. Okay. Go Andrew Dice Clay for winning awards this year for keeping going. You know, I got issues. Iron Throne. For Steph Snow, could you do me a favor and share the boat sex video link in the live motherfucking chat? I would appreciate that. I'm sorry, Iron Throne's in here saying hi. I'm like, Iron Throne, could you do some work? Could you actually do? Could you could I be annoying and make you share a link? I'm trying to do it, but I'm inept. Oh no, I got it. I think I got it. Wait, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. There you go.
Yeah, the fire sword's a metaphor for burning pee.
Okay, so Jon Snow, is Jon Snow the main one responsible for stopping the Night King? Does he kill the Night King in single? Do you think it's gonna get as cheesy as on the show here that he kills the Night King in singles combat? Like, I joke about that, but is that really what's gonna happen here? Is him and the Night King gonna face off in a 1-on-1 battle?
Arya kills him.
You think Arya kills the Night King?
Told you, man. Arya kills them all. She's just wearing a costume, disguise, man. She kills them all. Little bitch, a mass murderer, fucking serial killer, running around murdering up herself some motherfuckers left and right on this fucking place, dude. Tell you what.
Oh, Steph Snow. Google boat sex song. You'll get it. You get it. It should pop up. It should pop up as one of the first things. So yeah, and Dany. Okay, does Jon ride the other dragon? Yes. I'm asking you a lot of questions and not answering a lot of questions.
Does Jon ride the other dragon? I don't know. He's chasing it for sure.
He definitely rides.
By the end of this season, he'll be chasing that dragon for a couple of years.
He will. Oh, Iron Throne, thank you for sharing that. Awesome. Arya, that blade. Let's get if the Night King dies, Jon dies as well. Jon beats the Night King in a diving contest when he performs the triple landing. And he makes the fart so too. The tune boat sex will stay with you for days, says Icy Fury. I need to do a Game of Thrones final season death prediction video. I might wait till next month. Edmure Tully kills the Night King. Delicious porn too. Ygritte get Jon some wildling herpes. Arya disguises Jon kills the Night King and then kills the real Jon. Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that shit. So, Joe. So we talked about all of our characters. I mean, we could talk a little bit more about Dany. Any more dragons birthed? Oh, so we see, does Drogon kill the ice dragon?
Oh, I don't even want to know, man. Fucking, they do some weird shit, man. Where'd those chains come from?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get a dragon on dragon battle, which is gonna be cool.
Yeah, where'd those chains come from, man? I don't know from what.
No. Hey, that's in the past, Joe. Let's look to the future. It's gonna be
Where
cool.
did them fucking chains come from?
That's Joe. That's the past, man. When we do our look back podcast, you could rip that apart.
Is that the chain Tyrion made down at King's Landing?
Maybe. No,
it's stretched across
they bought it
channel?
they bought it at Night King Home Depot or White Walker Night Home Depot. It exists. Come on, look it up.
Or is it one of the chains from the fucking sickle from the wall?
Yes, I'm just gonna say yes to everything because sure, it's okay with me.
Where'd them chains come from?
It's 4-chain. 4-chain.
Man, they're supposed to be the breaker chains.
Those chains. Okay, Joe. Before this episode, before we started talking, I made you watch. I played the teaser trailer.
Bullshit.
That's some fucking bullshit. Fuck those assholes. That was such.
We're gonna freeze some chess pieces and then burn some other ones. It will look really cool.
Dude.
People will love it.
Dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, HBO. That's not Game of Thrones. That's HBO. HBO, go fuck yourself. Until you put out a trailer, shut the fuck up. Don't
shut the fuck up with your teaser bullshit. We don't need to be teased. We've been fucking waiting for 2 years. Everybody has been waiting now for 2 years. You don't need to tease anybody. Everybody's gonna fucking tune in. Everybody knows April.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking waiting.
Give us a date.
You're just fucking with us, you pieces of shit.
Give us a date or shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, a teaser when you've been off the air for a whole calendar year. My fucking ass. Don't think we forgot.
More time because we have to make 1.5-hour episodes instead of, a full 10 episodes.
Assholes.
We're only going to film, 60 minutes less than normal, but we need an extra 1.5 years to do it.
Yeah.
Fuck you fucking shitheads.
Guess what, Joe? We learned from that. ICE is fighting fire. Wow.
They needed an extra year to film 60 minutes less. And say we needed more because they're bigger episodes.
Holy shit, Joe! We got another motherfucking super. You asked for it, Joe. You asked for another super chatter. We got another super chatter. Stephen Michael Davis. Phil, you are the man. Can't wait for this season, Joe. Joe needs to cut off the dirty locks. No fucking shit. No way. Spin the wheel for you, Stephen Michael Davis. Here you go, motherfucker. Yeah, April.
Tell you what, you donate $500,000 and we'll start shaving.
Joe, guess what?
Phil, you don't get to keep any of that money.
I know. No, a certain percentage. Joe, I'm not lying where I say the wheel just landed on Joe Drink too there. So that super chat donation is a Joe Drink. So Joe has one more drink. So everybody, I think we're gonna end our Game of Thrones conversation right now. But obviously, if you guys want to pop in the live chat and have more Game of Thrones questions, answer them right now. But all I mean is, I don't want you necessarily spoiled. We may.
Katie's drinking too, so haha.
Oh, Katie's drinking too. By the way, Kate, we've had a request for someone that wants me and Katie to do a podcast without Joe.
They want a Katie, Phil, no Joe podcast.
Would Katie be down for that?
Would Katie be down for that? Did you hear?
She said perhaps. Okay. It's been requested.
She said it.
Okay, it's been requested in the chat. So perhaps in the future at some point we can get that Katie and Phil podcast.
It depends on what you're talking about too.
I think they want to talk about Katie.
Of course they do.
Yeah, that's what they want to know.
They just want Katie to fill up the whole screen.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want a whole Katie. No, we'll figure it out. Katie and I will pick a movie that will like the three of us will go to a movie and then we'll X Joe out of a podcast, and then her and I will do a podcast on a movie or something. So to end this game, we end this Game of Thrones conversation. What I want to talk to Joe about, and I don't even know if he's caught up, but just because we have Joe here,
I'm not caught up. I'm 2 episodes back. I've only seen the opener.
Okay, so what did you think of the opener? Okay, that's what I thought.
What the fuck?
Here's a little quick Vikings talk from Joe.
I cannot fucking stand. So, over and over, what'd you hear me say? I wasn't really that interested in the English shit. Like, get me out of fucking England. Why are we going back there? The Vikings aren't even there. They say, like, they keep bringing us Egbert, all this shit. Like, they're not even there. They're not even. No Ragnar there. I don't want to see Egbert, no Ragnar. It's stupid. Now, I don't want to see anything over in fucking Kattegat. That fucking kid, I can't watch that. Fucking kid is awful.
Ivar?
Ivar is fucking awful. He is the most cliche piece of shit fucking character on television. He's on par.
I can't wait till this week.
Par with half the fucking bad guys in The Walking Dead, for Christ's sakes. Honestly, it's that fucking bad watching him. Like, everything, it's like, has to hiss out of his mouth. Come on. It's so everything.
I can't wait for you.
Everything.
Joe, you need to catch up by Thursday.
Awful.
Catch up by Thursday because I'll talk to you after we're done. Kattegat sucks. I as Callie says, better than England than Iceland. Oh gosh. I can't wait for Joe to catch up in these other 2 episodes, and we're going to be talking about on Thursday or Friday this week. So Game of Thrones is coming up. what else do I want to quickly talk about? Sorry, Joe, I'm keeping you on the air a little bit longer. If I went to go see a movie, I saw the Queen movie. Pretty good, not bad, not worth going to see in the theater, but definitely a good watch. The dude from Mr. Robot was in it, very cool. But anyways, Joe, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
My pleasure.
We'll be back with Joe in a couple weeks to talk some more Game of
What
Thrones.
was the other thing I had to catch up on?
There
was two things I had to watch. I had to watch the Vikings, and there was something else.
Did we have something else you had to watch?
Yes, we did.
Fuck. Joe needs his beauty sleep. Says.
Oh, it was the final episode of Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. So yeah, fuck that. So we have you here. So no, we're not done yet. Did you watch the final episode of The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Okay. What were your opinions? Do you have a memory of it?
My opinions. I liked the shit at the very end with the fighting and the like. Oh my God, they're people kind of thing. That was decent. That whole Sonya shit, like when she woke up and she's like, I can't explain. I gotta run out of the room and 30 miles away to go find Eugene, and there's no time to explain. It's like, dude, relax, lady. Relax. You don't have to run out of the room. Tell me what's going on. Maybe we can expedite this a little if I go in the opposite direction when we leave this house and rally people on that side of town. You know, all you're doing is wasting time by making me fucking chase you down and have to explain it then too. Like that was just so. It's fucking really fucking bad writing. Really fucking bad writing.
Yeah.
All over the fucking place on that episode, right down to like, okay, great. Maggie's been gone for fucking how long?
Oh yeah, what the fuck they do with that? They just and we also have one more voicemail too, but yes, what the fuck they did with Maggie was ridiculous, Joe. They just ignored it and they just said, "Oh, she just disappeared."
Yep.
This big.
Yep. Well, she went for a walk.
Yep.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
She hasn't been back in quite some fucking time apparently, but for some reason there's still a beef between the. Like I don't get this. Like there's a beef between the hill. Like, what did Michonne do? She like complete. No, I'm completely throwing away Rick's whole entire vision, cutting all ties with the hilltop and with the kingdom and with the ocean side.
Felicia says the Queen movie was so loud I could hear the whole time I was in the movie theater. Fantastic Beasts movie. It was very loud. It was very loud. And it was if you like Queen, it was really good. And it was a decent one of those kind of movies. But yeah, Joe. I mean, so you like the new group that we have. You like the end. You like the. How did the episode end? The episode ended with the whisper thing with Opie and stuff, and with the reveal and spoiler alert when spoiler alert bump 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 when Jesus gets
fighting at the
when Jesus gets
he didn't die though.
No, he did. Jesus is dead.
We didn't see him die.
He did. Opie stabbed him.
We didn't see him die.
He did. He got stabbed.
No, he got stabbed. Yes.
He's dead.
In the belly.
Jesus is dead.
We don't.
Jesus is dead.
Jesus is dead,
Oh
dude.
my goodness! Don't fall into this fucking. We didn't see the body die. We didn't see him
We
turn.
don't know. I'm just saying it's the fucking Walking Dead, dude. We didn't see him die. Nobody made a big deal that he was dead. They just went on with the fucking moment. Nobody was like,
He's
"Oh
dead.
my god,
He's
Jesus
dead.
just fucking died." No, he got stabbed. He fell to the ground, and Daryl was like, "I don't care that Jesus just died. Let me take a look at this walker more closely in the dark, foggy night." Like, okay, like this guy that we've known for quite some time just fucking got stabbed in some gruesome fucking way
as Fritz
after being all ninja motherfucker.
Stannis
and
is
none
alive
of us
too.
gonna freak out whatsoever. Like he's laying there, he's being checked out by Aaron, who doesn't say, "Oh my God, they killed Jesus." No, of course Jesus ain't dead.
Stannis is alive.
They didn't make at all one deal, one iota about him dying. Therefore, I say he's not dead.
Okay. So we'll have to see when The Walking Dead returns whether or not Jesus is alive.
Dumpster that shit. They're gonna fight their way out of it. Throw him on the back of some shit. Get it. The doctor's right there, right? Ain't Doctor fucking Fancy Pants right there? Isn't he with them? Did he go with them?
Oh,
Did he go for the fucking venture?
Joe,
or is he back in town? If he's back in town, they're gonna get back to town. They're gonna throw him up on the fucking horsey rig.
Joe,
Boom.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, we got one more voicemail, and then we will call it an evening. One more voicemail from Hannibal. Let's hear this, and I'll let Joe go.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, I was just thinking, right? The Mountain. He's like an undead dude. So when he raped that nun, does he just like always have a stiffy because he's dead, or can he like? I don't know. Pretty fucking stupid, huh? All right, later.
Oh no, rigor mortis. Dicka mortis has set in.
Right, but the interesting question is: he a fully functional zombie? It's interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about. But I don't know. Hannibal. That's, as always, that's a good question, and I guess that's a great place to end the podcast on. Wow.
The answer is yes.
Joe, you say yes?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Sounds good to me.
Sandor thought about having his way with Sansa, thought about it, not really into that. You guys in the live chat are so incredibly awesome. So everybody, I guess, if you haven't already,
hit that donate button.
If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to Patreon. Thanks to the Super Chat donators. Think about buying a t-shirt.
Definitely buy a t-shirt. Definitely go buy that t-shirt there with that Vincent D'Onofrio on it.
Oh yeah,
that shit was good.
Yeah, the Joe Dirty Locks Kingpin shirt. But you can also
make a Tyrion shirt, Phil.
Yeah, start all your Amazon shopping here with
the Game of Thrones.
Phil the Issues Guy. Yeah, we'll have more t-shirts too popping up very soon. But yes, if you want to support the channel, think about all the ways you can help us out. If you haven't already and you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to the podcast, share the podcast around. Help us grow, help us push, help us keep doing this, because we'll try to keep doing this as long as possible, but you never can tell. But keep pushing, keep helping us. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll be back in a couple weeks to talk some more Game of Thrones, but I'll be back, and Joe and I will be back this week at some point to talk about Vikings. Joe needs to catch up on Vikings and be ready to talk about the new episode this week on either Thursday or Friday.
Morning or night?
Thursday morning. Morning.
Morning. Good. Okay.
I have a gig on Wednesday night, so at Kodo in Salem, if you're around. So I can't watch Vikings.
If anyone is around, you just invited the whole internet.
I did.
Salem.
Kodo and Salem on this Wednesday
so book
evening.
your plane tickets now.
Yeah, book them. Come watch my band's very first gig. That's right. Come watch Two Piece Trip. Come watch me play drums live in front of people for the very first time. It's gonna be disgusting. I have to play drums and sing at the same time. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be a disaster. Come watch me be a disaster.
I'm regular Mickey Dolenz.
Live stream the gig. Theoretically, I could get Steph to hold my phone and live stream the gig.
A regular Phil Collins.
Yeah, hopefully. I can feel it coming in the head
on his hair tonight.
All over my hair.
Oh yeah.
Hannibal O'Neill's gonna be there. Oh gosh. Here we go. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. No, people saw I actually live streamed our band here on the channel, so you guys can kind of know what to expect already if you check that out. Channel my inner Phil Collins. I got to in my inner Don Henley.
I gotta go channel my inner fucking Bob Marley.
Oh yeah, you do. It's time to eat a sandwich. So everybody, thank you so much for checking this out. As we said, think about helping us out. Keep us being able to do this.
Don't think about it. Just do it.
Yeah, we got to keep it. We got to keep doing this. Can't do it forever.
If you don't, you won't.
If you don't, you'll miss us when we're gone, when we can't do this anymore. So help us out. We'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Listen, Oh, yeah.
Oh no, we're still on. We're still on.
Live? Hey, the only reason why I'm not on all these videos more is because I gotta work a full-time fucking job.
Yeah, if I could pay Joe, he wouldn't do this. So, talk to you guys next time.
No, if you could pay me, I would do it.
Oh, you would do this, yeah. Whoops. No, I just take all the money.
You have to pay me not to do this, Phil.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I already do it for no pay.
You're an asshole. But good night.